Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 Podcast. I'm your host, Crimson.
15 PCA.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. If you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. So, what is this, episode 12?
I think it's 12, yeah.
12 of Discovery, and they just keep making stuff up and changing lore just at a whim to cover up just plot devices. It's ridiculous. It's so stupid.
It's like the thing about Star Trek, it was a beautiful tapestry, and the more they mess with it, the more they're unraveling it. You're not fixing it.
Yeah, there's things that happen in this episode that change everything.
Yeah.
That absolutely, and it brings up a million questions.
Yeah.
When we get to them and the big reveal, we're gonna be like, what the F? So the episode opens up and they're basically talking to they got another red signal, and it's over the planet of Boreth, which is like the where
the most religious
planet
in the Klingon lore, because that's where Kalos was supposed to first appear from the sky.
So that's like they built a temple there,
yeah.
and the monks live there and everything. So of course they're gonna talk to Tyler about it because he used to be a freaking Klingon, and like he's like, oh, I can secure safe passage because think about it, there's no way in hell a Federation ship can go all the way into Klingon space.
Yeah, Boreth's pretty deep in Klingon space too.
And their most sacred site.
Yeah.
And then everyone's cool with it. That right there is mind-boggling that they even were able to do this.
Yeah, it's stupid.
So they're like, okay, and Tyler's like, yeah, it's just a sacred place. And then of course Michael is the most perceptive woman of all time. So he's like, there's something you're not telling me. And of course that's where he sent his son.
Yeah.
His little albino baby. And he's like, yeah, I had a son and that's where he's at. And then of course, hug time. It's just, there's a lot of emotional validation in this episode. Like 3 or 4 times.
Oh yeah, with all Michael Burnham being validated.
And of course they get there and they spore jump there because it doesn't do like a normal warp, so they're still using the spore.
I thought they wouldn't be able to, but apparently
they didn't show it.
Yeah,
they didn't show the actual spores.
But we know they did.
So it's Captain Pike, Laurel, and Tyler talking about everything, and Pike's like, "Do you have any insight to why this red signal would bring us to Boreth? Yeah, I know it's a religious site for you guys, but why?" And here we get a complete changing of all.
Yeah, Empress Laurel finds meet up with them. So
yeah. That's what I said. They're all in the room together, and she's like, "Oh, they have time crystals down there. They're the keepers of time crystals." So Boreth this whole time had time crystals that we never knew about.
You don't think the Klingons would never use this in their whole history?
Yeah. So during the Dominion War, when they're on the brink of destruction, they didn't say, F those monks, we're taking these things.
Yeah.
Are you freaking kidding me?
They wouldn't have cared. The fate of their race would have been on the line.
I am rubbing my temples because why in the world did they... I know the stupid time crystal thing, it's just a silly name. Why not call them quantum particles or something? No, time, as silly and dumb as you could possibly name it.
Yeah.
But why do that to this planet?
Yeah.
Why not just make it some other planet? Some other Klingon planet?
Yeah, no. Why does it even be the Klingons? Make another race we don't even hear about. So, okay, maybe they would have these.
Well, just so they can tie it into their kid? Laurel and Tyler's kid? But what does that matter? We don't care.
We don't care at all.
So, there you go. So, apparently... the Klingons are the keepers of time crystals. Like, they have a ton of them.
Yeah. But there's no way how the Klingons are. We're not talking about the Federation. Like, okay, they would be a gatekeeper. They wouldn't want anyone to...
the Vulcans would realize that it was such a powerful weapon, they would hide it away.
I mean, the Federation in the future have the time police, which we never see, by the way.
Yeah, the temporal police would have done something about this.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really funny because, like, okay, we have to decide who goes down there to talk to the monks because even Laurel's like... Even though I'm Chancellor, I thought she was Mother, something greater than Chancellor. She's like, I have no control over these guys. They're like autonomous away from the Klingon rule. Mm-hmm. So even if I say it's cool, they're going to be like, they get final say. So Tyler's like, I want to go down there. She's like, dumb, you can't go down there because if they know you're alive, it could cause...
That's what I said too, yeah. But you're supposed to be dead. That would screw up everything.
So Laurel and him are having an argument, and then they start arguing in Klingon, and it's getting pretty tense, and then Pike's like, oh, then he just cuts in, he's like, I'll go.
Yeah. And
then I'll go down there, and I'll deal with it.
And this. Then one thing she did say, if you go down there, you're going to have a sacrifice. You're going to sacrifice something for this. So just be warned.
Yeah, because they're not going to just give it up.
Yeah.
Then we get the part where, I forgot to mention this, when she was talking to Tyler, there was a Section 31 ship that, like, missed its check-in. I'm going to go investigate it. And then she goes and asks
Suru.
was, I guess Suru's acting captain, so she's like asking him, "Oh, I want to go investigate this on my own." What?
No, you're not. What? During all this, when we're trying to find the signals of the fate of the whole universe, you're gonna go signal one ship. And the only reason why she knows it because I guess Taylor had it on like his iPhone.
Yeah, he had like a little iPad for himself.
Yeah, I mean, it was the one Malloy had the cell phone for.
There's another stupid line. Oh, like I could stop you if I wanted to.
Why would Taylor say that? He could say, I know, knowing you, Taylor, after this mission, you'll probably go off and want to do this. I know how you are.
Or,
literally to say, we couldn't stop you. She's not Data. She's not Worf.
Yeah, she's not like this physically unstoppable. No, you can be thrown on a break. You're just a lady. I think he's trying to say, oh, because your tenacity.
But they have to say it in the way that will prove how amazing she is. So no one can stop her.
You're going to kick my butt. Oh, I'm so scared of you. Oh, I'm just a man.
Not only man, half Klingon man at that.
So we get after Captain Pike decides to go down there, we get to Michael Burnham's asking Suru, "Oh, I have this plan. I want to go check it out," and he just gives her permission. He doesn't.
That doesn't seem like Suru.
And then it's so funny because she's like, "Oh, I thought I'd have to work harder," and then Suru's like, "Well, after season 1, I decided never to question you again."
That's what he says.
That's pretty much what he gets.
Because after the Boreth on their planet, I don't have that fear of me anymore. The Balu, from the Balu anymore.
And so he like gives her permission to go. We get down to Boreth. We get down to the planet, and Pike's like walking up to the doors. It's doing this weird crossfade effect. I'm like, what was that? It's just a weird camera effect that just doesn't.
Yeah, and another one they did that when they're looking at the planet and it goes to the screen.
Yeah,
like, what was up with that in this episode?
There's a lot of I don't like the worst cinematic.
That's probably one of the worst things of the show is the cinematography is terrible.
So he walks into the doors and it becomes Lord of the Rings from here on out.
Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous.
He goes and he's talking to the head chancellor guy or the head gatekeeper of the time. And he's wearing like a crown. He looks like a high elf from freaking
like
Elder
Dark
Scrolls.
Elf. Yeah, a Dark Elf.
Yeah,
or Ice one.
And he's talking, and it's just ridiculous. It's all fantasy.
And then there's these two guys that have batless that are sneaking around like making noises like shing. Like what is this?
They come to him and it goes shing. What made that noise? They didn't like move their batless, so what made that noise? It's a stupid cinematic.
It would be dumb
garbage.
in the League of Shadows in the first Batman Dark Knight movie would be stupid. This is ridiculous.
This is a sci-fi show.
This is sci-fi. And first of all, the Boreth were like monks. They weren't warrior monks.
Yeah, this is so weird. And so he's like, "Oh, I know who you are and why you're here." And he's like, "Oh, we need the time crystals." And no, you're not getting them. The whole fate of the universe and everything, all sentient life, and you turn your back. And he's like, "Oh, but any person who's ever tried has gone crazy, so it's gonna take something from you."
Yeah.
So that's like the sacrifice. It's gonna. But didn't they already do the mind f up thing in the last one with Spock? His mind was messed up.
No, now we're doing it.
How many more mind mess ups are they gonna do?
Yeah,
so Pike's like, just give me an opportunity to prove myself.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, then of course being a Klingon, he likes that. Like, oh, you're willing to try.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and you can understand this Klingon, which thank goodness.
Like when Laurel talks, this guy talks. I forgot his name. He has a name, but I forgot what it was. Yeah. The high elf.
Priest. I'm a priest.
It's ridiculous. So you can actually understand when he's speaking.
The kettle ends. What the?
We get back to the Discovery, and it's Michael Burnham preparing for her mission to go check out this ship.
We're on a runabout, mind you.
They could never catch up.
No.
It'd be like me trying to trace down a race car in a tricycle. Yeah. It doesn't make any damn sense.
Even though they're not supposed to have warp drive runabouts, but even put that aside, the fastest they could go is warp 4. I know in Next Generation they can barely go warp 6. And that's Next Generation timeline with runabouts. Next Generation is probably a really fast to go warp 9.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to
not
catch
even
them.
Close.
Why would they stop? Yeah. And they could... It's so crazy.
But one cool thing is that Spock goes with her.
Yeah, Spock walks up and he's like, I'm coming with you. She's like, I don't need you to watch after me. He's like, now that your mom can't save you, no one's here to save you, so I'm going to come along to protect you.
Which is good.
What a nice brotherly thing. No one needs to protect me. I'm the most coolest woman there ever was.
But Spock put her in her place there, like, yeah, you're being stupid.
baddest bitch in Starfleet. Okay, we get it.
But every mission like this, it'd be smart to take 2 people. You should never go by yourself on a mission like this anyways. That's stupid.
But what if you're the baddest bitch in Starfleet?
Oh, you're so awesome. You're bigger than Picard and Kirk and all of them. And Cisco and Janeway and Archer. Forget all them.
So she begrudgingly lets her brother come with her.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Then we get probably the most oddest, doesn't fit. It feels like this whole scene could be because Discovery doesn't suit well with people acting like
Like
humans.
banter, yeah, the banter. Yeah.
So we get to the mess hall and everyone's talking and laughing and having fun, and Stamets is having his meal. And then we were talking about this in the last couple episodes. Where the hell's Jet Reno?
Yep.
She's supposed to be this really cool engineer lady
Like
who knows
the top
all
of
this,
knows what she's doing. She can make artificial life forms. She can do all that stuff.
and she hasn't been doing anything.
No.
So she sits down, and of course she's just brash and weird, and she's talking like that. He looks kind of like a dinosaur guy. He's
He
like
looks kind of cool.
He has a cool voice. I like him. And they're playing some game where they're coming up with words.
It's like antonyms that are in reverse or something like that.
And it goes on for like 3 or 4 minutes. It's like,
if this was Orville, that'd be perfect. This isn't Orville.
oh, I was instead of saying I was born ready, he was like, I was hatched ready, because he was hatched, not like born. And he's you got to come up with one. Oh, you're dead in the water. And they're laughing and taking jabs at each other.
This does not work here.
We don't know any of these damn people, so I don't care about their banter.
And that was when I guess we're gonna have Tilly. And guess she was in the background, but she wasn't in that table. Like, oh, thank goodness.
Tilly wasn't in this episode.
Oh, and that was the only plus about this episode.
We didn't get to go silly for Tilly this time.
Nope, no silly for Tilly.
That hashtag disappeared. That was an actual hashtag he tried to push.
Now, not one made by the fans to make fun of it. No, actually, they thought that
CBS
did to make it be cool. You're out of your minds.
that you can't do non-organic things like that. So they're like playing this little like word game, and they're she sits down and says, like, hey, Stamets, we're gonna be getting your hands on some time crystals, so I'm gonna need you to like get your game on that, get your game face on.
You're not really being good. You make sure you're eating and all that stuff, basically.
He sees his husband again. I forgot his name. Was it Hugh?
I think it was Hugh.
Was it? Again, I'm probably wrong. It's just in my mind. He sees him walk in, and it's like high school. There goes my ex-boyfriend. Oh, I gotta leave.
And then everyone turns around and looks like, really? They would really do that?
It's a high school freaking musical.
Yeah. If it was like his best friend, okay, but it's not.
It's funny because Jet Reno's like, I thought you got over this. Then just like me, at the same time, I said, it's none of your damn business. Who the hell are you? And then that's basically what Stamets
says. Stamets left, and I said, yeah, good for Stamets. Don't worry about it. It's my problem.
Damn business. Yeah. God. Here's the thing. Are they divorced?
Yeah, technically they're still married. If he
died.
He's applying to be going to another plane of existence. Does that mean you're still married?
Here's the thing.
Reorganized?
I think they're on a break. No, they're probably on a separation right now. I don't think they officially got divorced, but they're like
because she said they've been gone for a week, and then she goes off saying wine or butt in.
Weeks.
He's like weeks.
And she's like trying to like, oh, but I need you at your best right now. So it's like,
well, forget you. I got to deal with this, not your damn problem.
It's a super personal thing.
Yeah,
come on.
Especially she says in front of everybody. What's your problem? You know, they don't need to all hear this.
We get back to Lord of the Rings, and they're walking through the halls, and he's talking to them, and then you find out that that's Laurel and Tyler's son. Being here made him grow up super fast.
Yeah. And I said, well, just the fact that it happened so short, wouldn't Pike almost be dead? Wouldn't he be growing fast? And then you said, no, it doesn't only affects maybe certain things.
Maybe he had to be in contact with. I don't know.
But then right after this, they show a plant grow within 6 in that very room. Then it grows within seconds.
But I think they're dusting it with time crystal dust.
I don't know.
They don't explain anything.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand it.
So Pike becomes the hero of time, like Link from Legend of Zelda. What the hell am I watching? It is so stupid.
And they're having a conversation. He tells them about that. Well, time moves differently. He tells,
but doesn't explain it.
No, it doesn't.
He just says that's what happens, but there's no actual real explanation. So, are you gonna die in a few weeks? Are you gonna be 5,000 years old?
That's what I said. Yeah.
No, it would have been a cool effect if he would have kept changing ages. Then he's like a boy. Then he's like an old man. Then he's like a young man.
Because everything's fractured.
Yeah.
But no, they have it down to a science, but the Klingons never used it any other time.
Yeah, I think that would have been, again, it would have been extra, like, makeup work and everything, but I think that would have been kind
cool.
of...
That would have been kind of cool.
We get back to the Spocky and Mike, and they get the... They go into where the Section 31 ship was going to be, and there's a bunch of dead bodies everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So the ship jettisoned all the living...
Once they realized, what they were trying to do...
Well, they don't know what's happening right now. But then they thought to themselves... Why is the ship just sitting there?
No, I'm talking about, what happened to those bodies? Why are they all out?
Yeah, so they just came to the conclusion, control, of course they want to get rid of all physical...
Yeah, life, yeah.
So it kicked everyone out. There's one person still alive. Oh, teleport him to the ship, to the runabout. And it's some guy from the Sinjo that Michael recognizes, but no one watching the show knew that.
This is the biggest problem about the show. They try to make emotional scenes and show a flashback to someone we don't know about. That's so stupid.
Some random dude on the Sinjo. So
for the first episode. Yeah, for the first couple episodes. We didn't even know. It was like an important character. Like, oh, yeah, I remember that guy. No, nothing like that.
So he comes to, and he's like, once we found out about the control, I was like looking into the subsystems, and it found out I was there, and it basically opened all the airlocks. Yeah. I got an EV suit, and it sucked me out, and I thought I was going to die.
Well, that made sense to just transport them all out, but I guess whatever.
Yeah, I know. So it literally like opened all the doors.
I mean, it could do that, but they have transporters, though.
So they realize, hey, we're basically tell us everything you know. We get a scene with not Michael, with Tyler and Laurel, and it was kind of nice of her to like. She's like, I never thought I'd ever see you again. This gives us the time to like talk again because I literally, honestly thought I never.
Taylor said the same thing too. Yeah.
And she's like, I know you love Michael Burnham because you're Ash Tyler now. I loved Volk, but he's basically dead. Technically, you became Ash Tyler, but I realized that you're not him anymore.
Yeah.
But I love our son. And
you
I'm going
love
to protect
our son,
him.
yeah.
You love him too, so I know you're going to protect him. Like, oh, that was nice.
Yeah, it was actually kind of poignant. It was kind of sweet for Laurel to do that.
As we get back to Final Fantasy, and this time they're at the Mount Doom, and there's like little pillars, and there's the pillar of the present, and it's straight up fantasy. This is Lord of the Rings.
The Ghost of Christmas Past is gonna show off. What the heck is that?
And when the clock rings at midnight,
Ebenezer Scrooge.
He literally pulls out a time key.
Oh,
it's straight out of an RPG.
They look like Zelda there.
And he turns it and like unlocks the thing where all the time, there's a whole bunch of time crystals.
And then literally it opens up the door. These wooden doors. Like, you gotta be kidding me. They're seeing they cross a bridge, lava in the background.
Yeah,
Don't tell me it doesn't look like the Return of the King, Mount Doom.
Isildur, throw the ring back in. It's so ridiculous. This should not be in a Trek show. Nope.
Especially not with the Klingons.
Some other race
Boreth,
they ran into, but
it's so ridiculous.
They get to the time room, and it just has time crystals. They're just all over the place. Yeah. And do they have to pick a specific one?
I don't know.
Because he's basically telling him, oh, Captain, before you touch that, just know it's going to show you everything. Yeah. And once you do that, like your fate is sealed, but it's time, so then it's not whatever. He's like, I'm going to straight up grab this thing. So he has to eat it. No, he has to grab it.
Make sure you put it in your mouth.
He's like, wrap your lips around it. Yeah. He grabs it, and then we see kind of first I thought it was the past.
Yeah.
But obviously it's the future. He's wearing a uniform I've never seen. It's all gray.
I mean, I'm not. It doesn't look like a Section 31 uniform. I don't think Pike would ever join Section 31.
It looks weird. But he's like, there's, I guess, he's on a ship. It's on fire. There's some ensign trying to work. I can fix this. I can fix the engine. The engine's cracking. Yeah. And then that's where he gets all, like, effed up.
But here's the thing I want to know. I don't know this for a fact. I don't know how Pike initially got that way, but I thought it was from like a disease or virus, not necessarily
an accident.
I don't know. So guys, correct me if I'm wrong in comics. I'm sure you're going to, because I'm not sure about that.
And I remember I was telling you about that. I'm like, oh, I bet you he's going to see himself in that wheelchair.
Yeah.
I'm like, because why else would it be like, oh, once you see your future, I'm like, oh yeah, he's going to get in his little boop 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 thingy. So
he gets one for no. Boop boop.
He gets to his like he's in a hallway and he sees himself in his. Walking, his little thing was all jacked up. And his face is straight up Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, I mean,
it's almost horrifying.
Yeah, he was messed up in the original Star Trek show. No, in the original one, but my goodness, it wasn't horrific like that.
And he's all like faces melting and
it's
screaming.
like how if you have like the ability where you have muscle problems, you can't move your face anymore. It's like that. Not necessarily horrific, like screaming like a monster.
It's straight up Freddy Krueger.
It was creepy as
heck. So, he sees it and he comes out of and he's like screaming, and this is going to be the screen, the picture for the video.
Oh, there's plenty of pictures we could use in this episode.
The thumbnail, because he's screaming, it's hilarious. And then he's like, did you like what you see? And he makes a good point. He's like, if you walk away now, you can maybe avoid this future. You take it, you're sealing your fate, which I still don't think doesn't make any sense, because now that he knows it's going to happen, couldn't he like maybe help prevent that?
Yeah, I could.
But the future changes because you looked at it.
Yeah.
So couldn't they just hawk some of these things off the Libyans, like in the Back to the Future?
I know, right?
Just didn't need the plutonium.
I know plutonium from the Libyans, Marty.
He's gonna give him a bunch of pinball parts. Yeah. But I really, really, really like this scene because I love it when a captain's a captain.
Yeah.
He's like had that horrific vision, and then he's like talking to himself. He's like, "You're a Starfleet captain. You believe in righteousness and doing what's right. You believe in love. You believe in duty and honor." And he's like, "Just because this bad thing could happen to me, I'm a Starfleet captain, and I'm going to take this because I can save the universe. And whatever happens to me doesn't matter."
What a great speech! That's how a Starman should act like.
So he takes the time crystal and he's like, "I found you worthy."
Yeah, and then he breaks it off, and then the person, the head monk, goes, "You got the shard. Yeah. This from Dark Crystal. What is this?
Collect the shards." There's a slee stack in the background.
I know, right?
It's so ridiculous.
It's insane.
We get to the Section 31 ship because they're like, okay, we have to get on that ship, figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Bring what's face along since you know the system, but he's all scared, but you got to do it. They get to the bridge and they start messing with the systems, and they realize that it's affected everything but like one little tiny part of the ship.
Yeah.
And
before that, remember the guy didn't want to go back on this ship.
Yeah, and he it starts up and then it goes into warp.
Yeah.
And like and then Michael Burnham's like, "Did you freaking do that?" He's like, "No, the ship knows we're here. It's taking us somewhere."
Yeah.
So like, oh crap, it's taking him somewhere. It obviously wants Michael Burnham.
Yeah.
Because she's the coolest. Again, the baddest bitch in Starfleet.
She does everything. She's the glue that keeps Starfleet together.
The network of everything of the universe. It is Michael Burnham.
We're talking about billions of people that work for Starfleet. She's the only one.
Anyone who ever lived, ever is living, and everyone will live is Michael Burnham.
Yep, definitely.
And we get another weird, stupid, pointless scene.
And you can call it before it happened.
Jet Reno goes into the medical bay. I need medical attention, like being this loud, brash idiot. And he was like, "Oh, so you have a hangnail?" And he's like, "Yeah, two things are stop impeding my progress to the time crystals, and this is one of them. And the other one rhymes with poo. His name is Hugh or whatever." She's just this loud, brash idiot.
It's come off. It's not charming at all. It's
and
annoying.
He's fixing her hangnail. She just like sprays it with hypo spray. And I guess instead of having a wedding ring, she has like a tattoo.
Yeah.
I didn't know you're married. I'm like, it's a woman. I get there's no. My wife, Bowie, I called it.
Some other race. I don't remember what she said.
Yes, and then she had all kinds of roles at the wedding, and they're like,
that'd be non-denominational because religion said I don't understand her alien race, but that's not a problem on Earth anymore. We don't care about what religion you are. It's so stupid.
And they keep going back. The flowers had to be like this. Only so many guests here. I understand.
Okay, who cares?
They're bonding over their gay weddings, which is fine, but it just doesn't fit. Then she's like, yeah, but she died in the Klingon War. And if I had a second chance, I would do something better. So she's trying to fix Stamets and Hughes' relationship.
But this is something that Tilly would do, not her.
Yeah, because we don't know her. We just know she's loud, brash, and not funny.
Oh, they want her so, but she's way better than you think. It's that whole thing. Like she could fix everything.
So we have a 5-minute conversation about gay weddings and
when the universe is on the line. Who cares?
Yeah, when the universe is on the line. So she pats him on the shoulder. Because I need Stamets in tip-top shape. She got to get on that. I don't know what she's trying to get him a booty call.
I know,
it's
right?
So weird.
Give him a ring.
She keeps winking at him. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
We get back to the Section 31 ship, and they're trying to figure out, okay, what can we do? Like, again, this makes no sense, but like, if we force a restart, we can force control into one area of the ship and then block it off.
How have a purge?
Because they're like, once we start affecting something, it's going to attack that system. But why would everything that control is go? That's not how computers work.
Would they work? It would just expand there. It'd already be here and it would expand there. That's what it does.
No, apparently it can only go so many. It doesn't make any
sense.
sense.
That never happened in Star Trek. Every time a computer program went, they would just affect other systems on the ship.
Yeah, it wouldn't like leave a system to go to another system. Why would it do that?
See, that's not
data.
That's
would just replicate itself.
That's not a Star Trek
thing.
That's
not a sci-fi thing. That's not even an elementary thing.
No, it's not.
So that's their plan. But one person has to be in a different part of the ship. Spock says he'll go. So it's that one dude they saved, Michael Burnham in one spot, Spock in another.
Yeah, they're in engineering. I think he's up on the bridge.
Yeah, so they're working on this thing and everything. And the guy starts talking. I was scared. Because she asked him, how'd you end up on a Section 31 ship? Well, after the Klingon War, I heard about this control thing, and I thought, well, that's a good thing because it can stop war. It can stop all these things. He starts talking a little weird. Then Michael Burnham's like, oh, crap, he's probably infected like how Lenin was.
Yeah.
And she starts reaching for her I wanted to call it a blaster, her phaser. And he's like, you touch that phaser, I'll go over there in 1.2 seconds and I'll break your face. First of all, no, he wouldn't because they need her to be alive. Yeah. So it's so weird.
But it's still a threat, though. Because remember when Control says that he can mimic Vulcans because they're logical, like a machine.
It's hard to make
humans because they.
But he did a pretty damn good job with
for
this
a
guy.
while. He was even scared to go on the ship, and he had that thing. I don't want to do, but you're a Starfleet officer, you got to be on that ship. But he was all faking, of course. He was going to get on there.
So Michael Burnham figures out, okay, what the hell do you want from me? And then it's like, you're the only variable we can understand or predict. So we need to take control of you. Again, Michael Burnham is the key, the fabric of everything.
That's what ruins Star Trek.
You don't make characters this important. Even Sisko, when he became the emissary and all of that, he isn't as important as Michael Burnham is. No. And he literally became like a god.
Yeah.
She's more important than him.
Yeah.
What the F? I hate this stupid show.
The reason why Sisko was viable to stop the Paul race because he was half wormhole alien. So he had that ability to do that. He wasn't just a human.
Just some chick.
She's just a chick.
Some girl from Earth who, again...
her mom DNA's 100% apparently.
So it's gonna It's gonna take her over, but then Spock, of course, being smart as he is he figured it out too. He's like, oh crap! So
he scanned and realized, there's a sentient. It's affected a biological life form.
So they're having a little battle takes place. It's not that great. This guy's super strong, ridiculously strong. Pins Michael Burnham to the ground. It's gonna stab her in the eye
and infect her.
Does it have to go through her eye?
I know. Why can't it be an arm?
Why can't it be anywhere in her body?
Yeah.
What damn sense does that make? But anyways,
it's a window to the soul.
Yeah, that's what it is. So he tries to stab her, and she's able to like hold him back. He's super strong.
She's just a human woman.
It's ridiculous how he can't just, pill her. Why didn't he just rip her arm off and stab her? Yeah. And just fix it later?
Yeah, he can fix it with his the nano machines.
The nanobats. Yeah. So Spock gets to the bridge and tries to Vulcan Nick pinch him, but I guess they don't have nerves anymore.
He opened up the thing, which is cool. He opened up the shower
and
doors.
He grabs Spock's arm, breaks it, and throws him across the room. He's strong enough to manhandle a Vulcan. I know Spock isn't full Vulcan, but he's hella strong.
He's about 5 times stronger than a human being.
So Michael Burnham was able to hold him back, but Spock couldn't stop him from throwing him across the room.
Wouldn't it make more sense, like you said, he deflected it?
Like she went to stab him, and then she dodged it, and it like hit the metal.
Thing, and then he's trying to pull it out, then she breaks it or something. Give me that.
No, she is stronger than Spock. This scene proves she is stronger than a Vulcan. What the F? So they're having a little battle, and then just like I said, I'm like, shoot his ass. She starts shooting him, but then like the T-1000, he's like rebuilding himself. Mm-hmm. And she's like shooting kind of slow. I'm like, you need a rapid fire this fool. Can't they?
They can have a sustained burst too, like this.
Yeah. So she keeps shooting him, and he keeps like rebuilding himself. Yeah. And so she like is going to town, and Spock's working on something. Doing something with with one of the screens. We don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. I thought he was going to try to teleport him outside the ship.
Yeah, that would have been smart.
But she keeps shooting him. She even grabs another phaser and is like dual wielding. She's going akimbo on him.
Yeah, because his body starts incinerating, starts degrading, and leaves that body. And it starts going after like a nano machine monster.
Like a pool of nano machines are coming at her. So she keeps shooting.
And the face she uses is ridiculous. I wouldn't mind this being the thumbnail. It looks so bad.
Yeah, like she's like, ah!
She's all like screaming.
She's like, Spock, help me!
And she's going gangster on this thing.
Yeah, she's like sideways. She should have been jumping through the air like in the Matrix, all slow mo. I guess Spock was modifying the magnetism or something to lock it down. Yeah. I'm like, that was kind of a good idea. Yeah. She's like, and they're like, they got full control of the ship now. And Michael Burnham's like, take us out of warp. And Spock's like, don't you want to know where it was going? And investigate it? She's like, no, we need to get back to Discovery.
Discovery needs to know about this, yeah.
We get back to Discovery, and she explains everything. We had the Vulcan Tyler scene. And he's like, yeah, I got the time crystal. She's like, oh, that's cool. And he's like, yeah, I talked to your son. And she's like, well, you saw him? He was a baby. He's like, I don't think I can explain it, but basically he names that other guy. Yeah. I forgot his name already, but that's him. But he doesn't say that was their son. And he's like, yeah, he gave me this to give back to you. And I guess the symbol of the torchbearer. Yeah. He said it protected him and gave him guidance, but he doesn't need it anymore. It was nice.
There was a sweetness between
a little bit of a sweetness because he knows his son's okay. Yeah. Well, that's always good to know.
And he goes, he's meant to be there.
Yeah. And I was meant to go there. Yeah. All this was meant to be.
And she asked, what did you have to sacrifice? And he goes, that's
personal.
Personal, yeah.
Girl, I'm going to get effed up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny. That's the sacrifice. He had to do this. It's so stupid because it's not... Time isn't a solid line. You can change it. Yeah. So him knowing that could happen.
See, this is a magical show. Yeah. No, this isn't. This is science. Science. I don't know.
We get to the bridge and then like.
Or nothing. They leave the Section 31
ship they come back on a runabout.
And they have one of the host nano machines, I think. Why don't they just rip that section out, keep it in there and contain it so they can study it to make a counter?
That's what I thought they were going to do.
Yeah.
So they left the Section 131 ship there. That thing has weapons and all kinds of stuff on it they could use. Yeah. But so they
at least blow the thing up. Something.
Instead of the scene where they're talking about their gay wedding, how about show a scene that's actually important to the plot?
Yeah.
Or the scene in this missile.
Oh, Mike, that gives them more points. That will points, though, Mike. That's
so
why.
Stupid.
Yeah.
We get to then they're explaining everything. That thing can take over people. It has nanomachines. It can get into your body, and it can be everywhere now. I don't know how the hell they're going to stop this.
Yeah.
Then Michael Burnham says what I've been saying this whole time. Just blow up the Discovery that has the data.
Yeah, because when it's happening, there's like 33 ships on their way. Well, they're going to be
They're bringing the whole entire fleet of Section 31 against Starfleet. And apparently, they can't call any other ships. Yeah. They haven't been calling any other ships.
And then finally, I guess, I know what you're saying. They haven't been contacting any ships.
But that's when they decide, okay, Pike's like, okay, we're going to blow up the ship.
Yeah.
We're
Then you contact the Enterprise.
Yeah, finally.
And get full evac to get them to get us
To get
ready.
everyone on thing and then verify the activation codes to blow up the core.
Yeah, because that is an original. You have to get okay from that and the head of security
Yeah.
and the science officer. That's how it works.
Why don't they separate the dish? I always loved it.
No, but that was next year.
I always loved it when they did that. So apparently they're going to scuttle the Discovery, but we know that doesn't happen
Because of Callisto.
Because of the Callisto episode.
Yeah.
So that's the end of this thing, and
See, that would have been interesting if that would have been like, oh, maybe that fixes a lot of problems, but no, we know it survives.
the stupid time crystal subplot
Just ruins it.
Boreth with the keepers of the time ruins.
Not only that, remember when the monks in Next Generation made Kalis? They call it Kalish, whatever. It's
Yeah, they
Kalis.
say they had like a shush at the
No,
end.
it's just Kalis. When they brought Kalis back, they did the DNA. Why don't they just use the time crystals to bring him back then? See, that's why you don't put the time crystals there.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Unless something happens and they destroy them or something, but don't create more problems for the canon.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
But you, like I said, you're getting a thread trying to fix it. You're just undoing more. Is what
Yeah.
you're doing. Just stop. Let's just say there's an alternate timeline. Just tell me that, please. That way it's gonna be
It'd be like
leverage.
trying to fix a dent in your door by smashing your other door, hoping the vibrations pop the other dent.
Yeah,
But
you might have did that, but you run this other door.
It's like the most ridiculous way of trying to fix something.
Gene Roddenberry and the original gatekeepers of Star Trek were so careful on this show because they wanted to make this whole expanded universe, and they did, and they're ruining it.
Yeah,
they're ruining it.
When is this damn crappy show over?
I think there's a couple more episodes. I think
Because the next time, I don't like really talking about the next time because we'll do that when that comes out. But this looks like a season finale.
I wish it was.
Are we gonna get a super big space battle? Will it be as good as the Orville's super
Not
space
even
battle?
close.
I want to see. I want to see a
Not
space
even
battle.
close.
Because we haven't had a space battle. What, 2, 3 in the whole series?
Yeah, that was the Klingons, and that wasn't much.
And now
the,
they're crap.
the first cool one in the third season, that was okay, but nothing like this.
So yeah, I have nothing else to say.
I am
Michael
so
Burnham
done.
is literally the fabric of reality.
It gets a 3 out of 10. The reason why it gets 3 instead of 2, Tilly wasn't in this episode. To be irritating.
And a couple of touching moments of learning that
Taylor and
their son's going to be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. I have nothing.
I'm so done with this. I don't know anymore. I don't know. So many questions now, and not the right ones. I want Star Trek's supposed to solve, answer questions, not make more of them.
It's never ending. Well, again, the Pike isn't going to be back for season 3, so just let Seward be the damn captain, please.
It could be so cool.
They make Michael Burnham the captain. Oh God!
She'll be first officer again.
We'll talk about that if and when that happens. But damn, I have nothing to say. Nothing more.
I'm kind of done. I don't really want to talk about this series.
Ridiculous.
Yep.
Effing time crystals and effing time storm.
They said at the beginning of the episode.
The time storm.
Oh my god.
What is this? Is this kindergarten sci-fi? Time storms. Okay.
Yeah, the dimensional shifts are so rapid we can't go back in the past. Give me some kind of more sci-fi, science-y kind of saying. Not
The time storm. Whatever.
This is Zelda, I'm telling you.
Yes, Legend of Zelda.
So
It goes from Lord of the Rings to Legend of Zelda to generic Japanese JRPG on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And just stupid.
Yeah.
Ugh,
I mean, you're telling me if you'd have told this script and story concept to Gene Roddenberry, he'd laugh in your face.
He'd be like, no, this isn't a fantasy story. You know that, right?
He fought the producers at the beginning and CBS and all that on the Next Generation, and that was a phenomenal show. And he fought them on that, on some things. Can you imagine this? This is a million times better than that.
I don't know. God, whatever the couple more episodes, they can't come fast enough just to be done with them. But damn.
And it's also hurting not having Orville too.
Yeah, nothing to counteract it.
Yeah,
at least
next week they'll change. We'll get Orville back. But
yeah, but that's gonna wrap up this episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I've been your host, Crimson Sin.
FDPCA.
See you guys
See you later. Bye.
Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.